Hello, hello. Hello, hello, ladies. How are you doing? Hi, Carla. There you are. Hello. So let me just see if everything is working. I have both setups, Instagram here and Facebook here in the Design for Success group. I am doing amazing. I just got off a 90-minute call of Success in HD, our weekly business strategy calls. And so my vibe is good. I have a new tonic, a different one than just on the call. And here we are. So if you're watching this live, say hi. I see Carla here. If you're new to my world, welcome. I'm Ginger Susanne here on Instagram. I'm a splenic projector 6'2". Would love to hear your human design if you know it. And today I want to talk about the energies this week, the upcoming week with the full moon, and what does it mean in your business. So need this emotional right now. Oh my God, Carla. I feel you. Yes, we have gate 6 active. It's Success in HD. Business in HD is already done. Hello, Clarice. There you are again. I need to check who's here inside of Design for Success Facebook group. Who's here live? Let's say, drop me a hi in the comments and tell me, how are you feeling today? We're in the day 5, so it's day 5 of gate 6. Hi, Nancy, there you are. Yes, you asked yesterday, what should we feel? So it depends on your design, how you experience this energy. So I got really excited yesterday about how I want to, oh, Lola, hello, 4-6 emotional manifester. Lola, I have not seen you in the group so far, so welcome. So good to see you. I am, yesterday I was sitting there, I'm like, we need to do an energy update because I will talk more over the next 6 weeks about manifestation in HD. Because we are entering a big portal at the end of October when all the planets, most of the planets go direct again. And there are mini portals in between. And with Mercury going fully retrograde on the 27th, we have the most planets in retrograde than we've ever experienced. And that has a huge impact on our energy. And of course, on our business. Because when you are in a funky energy, when you feel emotional, when you do not understand what's going on in the energetic field, it will also impact your business. And I want to support you with more clarity so that you understand how to harness that energy better and what's important to focus on. So are you feeling emotional right now? Carla already said she's very emotional. Who is here also feeling certain vibes? I was very emotional yesterday. And so gate 6 is in the emotional center, and it connects. Maybe if you have gate 59 is the opposite gate, it connects the sacral. So what we already felt this week is a lot of potent creative energy and opportunities to create in your business or work with other people, maybe mentors, maybe business partners, maybe new clients, to create new things, birthing new offers, birthing new business ideas, birthing. I feel fertile, exactly, ready to birth, maybe impatient, a little emotional. I cried this AM watching TikTok videos on mandates. Okay, that's exactly, Nancy, what you have to stop. Because, hi, Wendy, we have certain energies. You have gate 59, okay. So when you have, so this week is really a lot of potency coming to birthing something new. But the question is, what do you want to birth? The result is highly impacted by the other the other energies that you also have in your chart and where you are in your conditioning. So I just got off the call and I got asked, okay, what is it really about? How can I really harness a higher outcome, a more of what I want to manifest? And so what is important right in time, birthing is something new, exactly. So what is important right now and with over the next 6 weeks is that you are first very, very clear about what you do want. And then we need to look at what are you still available for? This has a lot to do with your standards, your boundaries, your patterns, your habits, and the programming in your open centers and in your design in general. So what's going to happen over what is always happening, but with more intensity with the next weeks, is the planets are all closer to the Earth. That sounds good, Nancy. Very good. You know why you did that, Nancy? Very honest, because you were also in my energy with the defined heart. It's more discipline and more commandment of what you do want. That's so good that you could amplify this. Everybody who has an open heart and is in my energy amplifies more commitment, more resilience, more unapologeticness of what you do want, and you're not available anymore. So what I recommend for everybody who really wants to up level their business and be able to sustain it, let's look at where are your energy leaks, where is now over the next weeks, what comes up. So especially with Mercury retrograde, things come to the surface that we need to slow down, ground ourselves a lot, and see what comes up. And Mercury is a lot about communication. And I really stand for high class communication, leadership. This is what I work most with women who are wanting to scale beyond 20, 30, 50K months. There's this less about what shall I do? How do I do it? And really more about how can I embody and be a stronger leader to hold my boundaries with more confidence, so you don't need to defend yourself. You don't deal with expectations, especially in the line 5, that you feel more at peace, Lola, with your manifestor energy to initiate what you really want without feeling that you kind of distract yourself with people who are not ready for your powerful work. Like, it is really important that we stop doing things that pull us out of alignment. And so, for example, best example, Nancy, if you're scrolling on TikTok, that's very toxic environment. And so what is happening is, you have to understand it, that the planets have an impact on our energetic system. There are neutrinos in the field that come through the field. Neutrinos come from the stars. Neutrinos are little particles, subatomic particles that come through the cosmic field. They carry information. And when they go through the cosmos, they fly through the cosmos, they even go through, hi Trino, they even go through the planets. They get charged with information through these single planets, and then they come to the Earth. And now we go deep into what human design and manifestation is really all about. Every person has a design crystal and a personality crystal. This is what makes our design. It is held together by the magnetic monopole. And the design and personality crystals, they filter these neutrinos. And each crystal is different, and each design of you is different. And so each of us experience these times of certain planets totally different. So it's not just, oh, Mercury goes retrograde and everything is kind of messed up. For me, I love times of Mercury retrograde. I have most energy in those days, and those areas. It's the most successful time in my business. I thrive in Mercury retrograde. I'm so happy to be in this now. And everybody who is in my energy has the most successful time in their business, because it is a totally different energy I hold, also for myself and my clients. So what that means is that we have these crystals and they filter it, and then our chart gets activated differently. And we manifest through our energetic field, through our words, through our thoughts, and through our centers. And so our centers are actually then what kind of process these information from these neutrinos. You have defined centers, you have open centers. In your defined centers, you carry your strength, you're in the energy, you have most access and most consistency in your defined centers. In your open centers, you receive other people's energy and you carry also other people's crap and you amplify it even. So if you are together with very aligned people, you amplify the good things in them. If you scroll on TikTok, you receive all that crap and you hold it in your system. When these neutrinos come through and you want to manifest something with the help of these planets, they will push out and bring to the surface everything that is not yours, everything that needs to be cleaned out, so that you are in your highest alignment and in your highest energy. So what happens is that everything gets amplified. So cleaning your energy field and being very disciplined and very selective what you take in will has an effect on how you feel and how you manifest, how you take action, which content you create, which inspiration you will have, which ideas come through, which people you have in your world. So what also will come this week in particular with line 6 is a lot of friction. You maybe have people coming into your world who want something from you, who want to connect with you, who want to create something with you, who also disturb your peace. There was some friction in relationship, which is important because without friction, nothing new can be birthed. We need to check, you have to check out your relationship in any area of your life, with your partner, with your clients, with your children, with your friends, also your own relationship to yourself, your relationship with social media, your relationship with your business, everything. And friction is good. It creates heat, so something new can be birthed. And it will also burn down everything that is not aligned anymore. But what is most important is that you ground yourself, have a practice, especially over the next 6 weeks. Have a very, very disciplined practice to connect to your body. And this means, most importantly, not scrolling on social media, not going on TikTok. Be very mindful with what you're eating. Sleep well, hydrate. Have a mind. We need to watch the mind, because our thoughts and our beliefs, your thoughts, your beliefs, what you believe about yourself, what you believe about your business, what your stories are, how much you are attached to your business, how much you are on all the time in your life. You're taking care of yourself, most likely less than taking care of your children, of your family, of everything else that needs to be done first. Then you care so deeply about your clients. That's always being on. How fast can you also get off? Because that's even more important. There are 3 things that really shifted for me to get to from 20K to 50 and even beyond K months. And that's not so much strategy. It is more the mindset, the energetics of being off faster, getting into alignment faster, disconnecting from my business, my clients faster, running my programs differently, having more space in my calendar, emotional capacity to hold more, because I know exactly what I need to say, need to do when things come up without affecting it in any way, my emotions. So how often are you triggered? How often do things come up? And you feel like, oh my God, this again. Yes, this is annoying, but the more calm you are, the more you are here, and not even the spikes of high excitement and highs need to be balanced to come back into equanimity. And then these lows and emotions and that come up and the crying is actually the opposite, right? So we need to allow ourselves to be humans and to have our emotions, but also looking at, okay, where is this actually coming from? If you have an open emotional center, then it's most likely not yours. You're carrying trauma, you're carrying things from anyone else around you, but the defined emotional authorities that you are here, you're very well designed to handle emotions better, but how does it affect your business still? That I see a lot of women thinking, oh, now I'm in an emotional wave, now I cannot show up in my business, now I cannot make money. That's not true. That's all a belief. So Kundalini yoga, for example, Nancy, is not actually bringing you into your body. It's kind of the Kundalini goes up, and the aim is to get out of your body. So it would be more beneficial to have something that really strengthens and connects you. Tracy Anderson is amazing. But when you do the Kundalini Kriyas, then do maybe something that now brings you more down instead of something that is up here. This is what I noticed, that there's the tendency is to get up and out, the Kundalini out, but we want to be in it. That is really important. So hello, Brooke. So who is here on Instagram new to human design or to my world? I would really love to get to know you. Do you know your human design type? If not, you can go to joannearchive.com and check it out over there. We're talking about energetics, the upcoming weeks for your business. So where are you at in your business right now? How are you feeling? If you feel overwhelmed with the energetics, that's exactly... No, don't do Joe Dispenza. No, absolutely don't. Don't do Joe Dispenza. Absolutely no. It's too much in your mind. There's a certain coding and programming which I never support. I would rather recommend that we talk about more personalized things that work for your specific design around the open heart. Biggest triggers are scarcity, mostly when things aren't happening the way they should or I want. That's exactly this point. That's exactly the point. So Nancy, you also shared you're a single mom and kind of carrying the responsibility of everything. That's super powerful. So there's a superpower in you, and it also comes with certain scarcity around, oh my God, what happens if I cannot show up fully? I am here the only person who makes sure everything's are working. So that's a belief that limits you actually in your power. And these patterns, it all comes down to personal power and self-trust. So the more you can step out of the scarcity mindset in your beliefs, and it really starts with what you are thinking every day. How much are you connected and worrying and overthinking? How much are we in our mind every day versus in our body and grounding? How much space do you have in your day to really step out, get off? We're on all the time. And when are you off? How much space do you schedule in off? And are you then really off? How fast can you disconnect? Because then you need to come back into trust and creation. You are the source of of the money. There's no money. Money is not coming from a client. Money is not, hello Carola, money is not coming from your business. Money is coming from you creating, but you need to be really deeply anchored and steadfast and grounded and at peace to really have potency in your energetic field. And I tell you, Victoria, it's so nice to see you as a 1-3 projector. Carola is also a 1-3. It's a very potent profile, the 1-3. If you want to learn more, Victoria, about human design, I have so many free trainings in my group. It's in Facebook, Designed for Success. Please DM me. I can send you the link. Hello, Astrid. Not disconnecting enough, went off then kids and home and stuff or trainings to watch. Okay, Nancy, I will message you later about the Voxer support. So this is for everybody. If you want over the next weeks support from me, like a quick, very fast, potent energy shift where you feel supported and be able to hold more, because the next weeks, I'm not gonna lie, October gonna be a wild ride. Just saying. I know what's up, and understanding your human design and how to navigate those energies in your very personalized way is a secret to your manifestations, your success in business at the end of October, when every planets start going direct. November, December, and January will be the biggest manifestations coming through, but we need to clean things up as fast as possible over the next 6 weeks. Everybody who's in Success in HD, you are already in my one-on-ones. So you're covered. If you want, like over the next week's Voxer support from me to have me in your back pocket, we can totally do that. This is something I usually don't have all the time available, but I feel there's a strong need for very customized, personalized support to get things ready for now into 2022. And yes, I share this with certain urgency, because I know there's still women like, yeah, I'm good, I can handle it all alone. No, get support. I tell you, get support. There are always things that we think we can handle alone, but that's not how it's, now it's not time to overthink it or hold back on support. I tell you, really it is important. If you're always connected, like Nancy said, disconnecting is not enough. And then we need to look at, okay, now you're disconnecting and you give yourself time to step out. What comes up? The thoughts, the franticness, the restlessness in your design that you hold is something that is so toxic that actually keeps you away from stepping and holding the next level in your income and the impact you want to make. It is that crucial. Boundaries and higher standards means integrity in any area of your life. And usually you're super good at, every woman who is on here, 7 on Instagram, 10 here in my Facebook group, you're hard workers. And even some men here. You can all, hi Christina, manifestor 6'2", yay! I'm a 6'2" too. So every woman here is a hard worker. You're so good at working hard, a high achiever, an ambitious woman. So being off actually creates scarcity in our nervous system, because it's something that we're not conditioned to. We think we are in control, we're feeling safe when we are on, we are in charge, when we are in control, when we are having the feeling of being productive. When we're on, when we're doing, when we're even not online, but how often do you still think about your clients? How often do you still have thoughts running, oh, I need to do this, and then the next creation and the next program, and what can I shift, and where's kind of the next thing coming through? Always the next thing. That's very toxic, low frequency. What we want to do, especially over the next weeks, and Mercury is forcing us to do, is slowing down. And then there's potency in our actions that come when we are grounded, when we are anchored in. And then it's about doing the right things, not just doing for the sake of doing to be productive. we will have certain emotional gates coming up the next week. So we're 2 days in gate 6, and then next week is 36. You can also check your human design, and we have it's in the solar plexus. It's the 36 to the throat, which means manifestation, like what we, and it is a energy that wants to be expressed from our emotions. But when we are on a low frequency, because you're carrying so much other people's stuff, there's no potency. So you are you know that you're super good at what you're doing, and there is an amplifier in what you're doing when you cut off the fluff of all the busyness and focus on what your zone of genius is and get even more efficient in what you're doing. And the efficiency comes with being more off than on. And this doesn't always mean doing nothing. It actually means when can you get your mind off? What are your thoughts? How restless do you feel in your body? Your head is the pressure center. And I know some of you have it open. So you're receiving a lot of ideas, thoughts, inspiration. You are most likely to wrap your mind and thoughts around other people's stuff that is not even yours, and that is not upon your responsibility. Who can resonate with this? You have to think about the kids, you have to think about your clients, you have to think about the team members, you have to think about your audience, and. It's pressure. And if you have your root open as well, you will always feel the need to do something. Yes, Nancy, I know. You need to do something to get rid of this pressure, and sitting and just doing something, even for non-outcome. We are always doing something with the goal for an outcome. So the mastery of your next level in your business is more about the disconnecting and holding your energy. It's, a lot of women come to me, how can I be more in alignment with what I want to manifest, my next level client, my next level income? And I say, you are already in alignment, but you're doing all the crap and things and patterns that pull you out of alignment. And we need to look at that. Yes, when I'm not thinking. Nancy, there's a slight, you are a third eye like me defined. So there will always be thoughts, and they're very valuable for other people. So when you have a third eye defined, you find logic and sense and structure and conceptualize it for others, but not for ourselves. Yeah. I'm so happy it resonates with all of you, but what are you doing now with this? What are you doing with that? So now you have the awareness. Are you very, I'm very much pulling out my truth and tough directness to you and saying, because I tell you, we don't have time to waste anymore. And what is really not good is, for me as a defined heart, it's always hard to see women saying, yeah, I want to change something, I want higher cash months, but then not executing the things that get you there and still having awareness around it. That's not an integrity. So let's see, what could you be doing? Open root and 2. So what I do with my clients, especially in Voxer over the next 6 weeks, it's super important, and a fast, quick shift is when you are in a certain moment where you feel stressed, when you overthink, when you feel your nervous system flares up, you have me in your back pocket with Voxer, and you Voxer me that, and we shift that in an instant. So just shifting your perspective on what you're doing, why you're doing it, relating it to your human design gives you so much clarity. And then it's about taking different action and disconnecting and sitting there with the shit that comes up, and it will come up. But you then have support and you feel safe because we can work through it instantly. This is what I do in Voxer. So yesterday I already had this idea. I'm like, okay, let's open Voxer for the next 6 weeks for everybody who really wants quick support and success in that. And you can DM me, send me a message, and we can talk about that. It's the fastest way to shift over the next weeks your alignment and your actions and your results in your business. Sabrina, hello. So I'm good at translating. Yes, I think I would be aware of the shift because I no longer freak out. I think it's more subtle for me. Yes. And so in the subtleness, I need to check my phone here. I don't know why Instagram is blowing up. Let me just see what's happening here. It said my Instagram, if it dies, if my phone dies, I will come back. Okay. So bear with me. I just need to hold my phone here. So the subtleness, yes, Nancy, it is really the subtleness, but the subtleness we never can see for ourselves. So that's why working with someone else is very beneficial for that. And it is even more subtle. It is about refinement. So you are at a stage where your awareness is already amazing, but now it's about the refinement and being able to hold it. Yeah, freaking out is not necessary, absolutely not, but shifting out of it faster is the key so that you don't waste so much energy. But there's even things that you are not so aware, which matters, which you cannot even see. And I can help you with that to identify it. Yeah. Did you talk about energy? I've been exhausted past 3 days. Yes, I did talk about energy. And it will be even more tiring the next weeks. Okay, Nancy, let's chat afterwards about Voxer support. Yeah, I will message you. And anyone else can send me a DM if you're interested in that as well. So there will be a lot of emotional waves coming up, and it can be tiring, but also what is tiring is that the neutrinos come through the field and actually recode literally your physical body. So it is a different, like an energetic charge. These neutrinos hold energy. They're subatomic particles, and they're like little electric shocks when they come through. And I can feel it in my body. I feel it when I'm super awake. We have a potent full moon coming up on Tuesday. So what you need to do is like, it feels like running a marathon and you haven't even exercised. So what is important is to eat super clean, to move your body. And you know, when I mean super clean, then I don't only mean no sugar, no processed foods. I also mean anything that causes inflammation. These are gluten, these are certain things that, you know, animal products, definitely dairy, but also the information that if you eat animals, you also take information in. Not gonna lie, it affects your physical body as well. So maybe you want to give it a try and go plant-based for the next 6 weeks, just to try it out, how it feels in your body. I never say you have to go vegan like I do. It's totally your decision. But I just create awareness around that whatever you take in, whether it is in your physical body or onto your body or in your environment or in your mind with information, you choose the frequency. If you're scrolling on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook, scrolling in general, watching even movies, Netflix, it's all low vibration. It's all low vibration. So I'm an energetic nerd. And I don't have a television. I have never watched Netflix in my entire life. I never scroll. I am not on TikTok. I am disciplining myself even more to be very selective who I'm talking with, who I'm consuming. And I'm still working on my things to clear things out in any area of my life. And I know it's a very, very powerful energy over the next years, and it increases. 2022 will be even more intense. So getting better in that and understanding your energy more will give you an advantage in any area of your life, not only in your business. Yeah. So it's about purity of your design and your energy, and so you might make better choices. You know, the high performance athletes and high performance people and corporate, it is important. Only that matters is about the choices you make and the decisions you make. And it is always also about the decisions you don't make. What are you avoiding? This is what you need to ask yourself and be very honest and radically honest. Self-leadership. Yeah, I know you're all amazing women here, and there's always something that we can refine. And the next weeks, I will go live weekly with energy updates, which gates are active. So next week, I will talk more about this 36. And haven't tried in years. What is it? Haven't watched. Yeah, exactly, Nancy. But TikTok is even worse. And especially when you go down the rabbit hole of certain experience in the world right now, what is happening, you have to be very careful. Nancy and I want to talk with you about that, but only on Voxer, because these platforms are all watched. So I have a certain opinion, information about that, how I can support you in dealing with it, because it's very heavy. I know it. So this is what I had to share with you today, my pep talk. If you have any questions, you can ask them now, maybe about your design, maybe in business. Drop them in the comments. I'm very happy to answer them. I will post something later about standards and boundaries. Oh, that would be my question to you. Where do you think do you need to work on more? Is it your energetic alignment? Is it emotional capacity to really handle things better without emotions? Standards and boundaries, is that a thing? Because I really feel, especially over the next 6 weeks, that this is something that successful women who want to be even more successful can work on, because there's always things that you can tighten up in your containers, how you talk to clients, how you hold space for your clients. For example, a simple example, I do not do client calls on Voxer, on Zoom, so only audio. Shifted from that made a big difference. I have certain days off of Voxer. Like, there's certain things that really help me. The tighter my boundaries are, the more able I was to hold even more for my clients. And also it expands my clients. The things that my clients say when they come into my courses or programs is, wow, how you lead that container really inspires me and gives me permission to also do things differently. Because what I see with a lot of open hearts here and caring heartfelt entrepreneurs is that you over deliver, that you care so much about your clients, but then it is a cap. You will not be able to scale that. Actually, the woman that wants to work with you is a high caliber and wants to calibrate to someone with even more power. And so your power that you hold has to activate them. So when you tighten your boundaries in your business and you lead from a different way, your clients will be exactly drawn to that. The things that you're still not doing yourself is what calls in your next level client. but we need to clean this for you first up. I want to work on emotional capacity to hold space for more people. Yes, especially important for an open emotional and also your open sacrals. Every projector, every manifestor here, do you know when enough is enough? Do you know when enough is enough? Usually we don't, because we pick up so much energy of the collective, of the doing, that this disconnecting disconnects us from our power. That's really, really toxic. I say, line my questions for Voxer. Yes, Carola, I will, Carla, I will talk to you in Voxer on Tuesday. Yes, Nancy, we talk later. Open hearts, over delivering so much and exhausting. Later was not raining to me. So I always ask my my clients, what is actually the energetic profit out of your business? I mean, you can make the money, but what is the energetic profit? Have you asked yourself this? Are you able to run a program, sell a program, and already create the next thing at the same time with joy, with happiness, with ease? This is where I am right now. Because I'm super disciplined and clear with how I run my programs, shifting it from being in it, support, to more one-on-one and exclusivity. And so raising your standards, raising your prices will also give them more desire to work one-on-one with you. All these things. And this is what I focus on in my one-on-ones. That would be something we could totally look at and would be so exciting in the Voxer over the next 6 weeks. Tighten up things in your business, clearing things for more aligned clients to come in. Because this was one thing that really helped me. I actually manifested and called in 8 one-on-one clients within 4 weeks, because not what I was doing, actually more because I was stopped doing and being so available for anything less. So I just had to settle. And if you're still giving your clients and giving potential clients opportunities to go below that, what you want is actually holding away what you really want. So the universe will not give you anything more if you cannot hold the space for more, until the better client, the client who pays more, shows up. So a lot of women are filling that space with thoughts, with fears, with beliefs. Oh my God, it's not working. And then the universe goes like, why should I give you more if you cannot even just hold a space? A lot of emotions come up, a lot of fear, a lot of control patterns, a lot of doing and busyness to just feel productive. I don't say you should not do anything. I'm not promoting just be and relax and the manifestations come through and the clients and you just become the energetic match. No, we need to look at where are you still wasting time and energy with, which is not really productive and efficient. Carla said, I was teaching support 24/7 and later people didn't appreciate the value. Yes. You actually were not even appreciating yourself, Carla. The people just reflected that back to you. You were not appreciating yourself and your own energy. And so the people you attracted reflected that. It was not the people, it was you. I started a bit relaxed, you came ease and grace. Yes. Okay, ladies. I want to wrap it up for today. If you have any questions, send me a message. If you're interested in the Voxer support for the next 6 weeks to really shift things fast in your business, I'm happy to talk about this with you in my DMs. And then I will see you inside the group or here on Instagram as well. So glad to connect with all the new ladies here. And we're gonna see what the next weeks come. Yay. I wish you a beautiful rest of your Sunday. Have a good time. Bye.